Hell yeah.
Bing
Yeah.
bong. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy birthday, CEO Nick. We may be speaking with him later on this evening. Tyler, how the hell are you on this Friday, glorious Friday night?
I am doing good, man. Happy it's Friday. Looking forward to, I guess we got Division I AA or FCS football going on this weekend.
Right.
So, that's something.
The one true playoff in college
Plus
football.
the big Army-Navy game, we got that. But, no, I mean, still got some good stuff. Obviously, NBA, NHL going on. Premier League soccer.
Premier
of course,
League.
NFL Sunday. Still plenty of stuff to be happy about and look forward to this weekend. So, definitely happy about that, Ron. How are you doing today?
Doing great. Always happy on a Friday. Payday also. Shout out to my job that pays me money. Yeah, just looking forward to. Already got one NFL parlay in. Just a little $5 holler. But we'll get into our picks later on in the show. Of course, we got a UFC pay-per-view. Maybe play a little golf and just chill out. I just came back actually from CEO Nick's penthouse, downtown San Diego. Waterfront.
The biggest house on the biggest hill on the biggest side of town.
Yeah. I just had to show my face and make appearances.
Of course.
Tyler Skyped in, so don't worry. We're still good with the boss, but
yeah.
Well,
I'm not allowed out of his house actually.
I don't know what that means, but shout out Lorena.
Hey, shout out Lorena.
Virginia Tech, Vautech, Beaver Ball,
baby.
But no, excited for the weekend.
Go Hokies.
A lot of good stuff. Tyler also mentioned. I just want to, some show news. Friend of the program, Braden, and not friend of the program, but he would be. He's a good dude. Coach Quintera, super fan, by the way. CEO Nick is a super fan of Coach. Out there at the Army, you can see him there with the Tiki. At the they have. It's pretty much like Super Bowl Radio Row on an aircraft carrier, though. It looks pretty cool.
Nice.
And they must have had 8 people on because it's just people walking by. I mean, a lot of, they're scheduled in advance, but you can also maybe grab someone and talk to them. So yeah, he was like, oh yeah, Desmond Howard is just right here next to me. I didn't even realize. But
in true Coach Baxter, he just wants them to come on, say one question, and get them off and bring somebody else.
That opens up a line. Well, speaking of, actually, I think on that note, looks like on the Nicholas Barrios, the mogul that he is, public notary, celebrity hotline, bringing in the Glizzy God, a.k.a. CEO Nick. Happy birthday, bro. What's up?
Happy birthday, buddy.
Hey, is that the NBA edition?
NBA Henny?
Yeah, the spirit of the NBA.
Signed by J.R. Smith himself.
Yeah.
Bing bong.
If you get that signed by J.R. Smith, I mean, it would almost be worth it to not crack it. If you have a Hennessy NBA,
kind of empty too, so I think he might have actually drank from his bottle already.
I was gonna say, I think he'll actually take a swig of it before he signs it.
If you go on eBay and it's all right, here's a picture of the full signing the jersey or whatever. Get a picture of him signing it and a picture of him swigging it. Put that thing up. That's at least $2,000. Hey,
yeah,
that fresh pop.
Yeah, buddy.
Anything is possible on your birthday.
Yes, of course, yes.
There it is. NBA edition. Shout out, Bing Bong. Woo!
Well, they're on our budget now. You just shot that. They're with the budget for the week.
I got 2 more in the chamber. But it doesn't.
Oh no! That lasts us the month. That needs to last us the month, please.
Well, it used to be semi-auto, but now it doesn't spin. The barrel doesn't spin anymore, so I got to manually turn it. And then
do I take my first swig?
I get
Fuck
one.
it.
Yeah, dude. Come on.
Yeah, buddy. Go. Heck yeah.
That's how we celebrate a birthday out here.
Hey, Trae Young. Suck my dick. Suck my dick, Trae Young.
We outside. We outside.
You're not allowed in Dykeman.
Catwoman can never. Batman can never.
You're still an ass. Bing bong.
Highly, highly recommend the Side Talk NYC Instagram. Definitely check it out because.
Hey Ron, who's your president?
Byron.
Hell yeah.
Byron. No, the first Cody Island one they did. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Oof, we're going to go farther. Do you think Steph Curry will break the record?
Yeah, if he has not already.
I would say, what kind of question is if? It's when.
They already had Ray Allen on Dan Patrick this morning, basically like, hey, it's the last time you're going to be the leader. I mean, they didn't say that, but like, I was like, oh, the timing of this, obviously that's why they got him.
All right. Now, looking at that, if obviously he's going to break the record, who do you think would be possibly next in line to even touch his record? I think the NBA is changing now. The three-pointer is pretty much a layup at this point.
Do you really want to know who I think might have a chance? Depending on health. Trae Young.
Suck my dick, Trae Young.
He's still not good in Dykeman. Don't come to Dykeman.
Look, I think it's actually pretty clear who it's going to be. That will be one Mr. Anthony Davis. Easily going to break it.
Well, he's going to go for the attempts anyway.
Shooting his incredible 19% on the season.
Dude, just stop shooting threes. All right, you don't want to play five. That's fine. You could still be finesse guy, but no more threes, dude. The rule, like I said, should be all right. If you miss your first three, no more 3 attempts for the rest of the game. You're cut off. You hit one of the 3, all right. Maybe if you're feeling it, take another one.
Get a little leeway, yeah.
No, 0 for 3. That means you're shut down for the night.
Ding bong.
Bang bong. All right. Well, happy birthday, CEO Nick,
Happy birthday,
aka the Glizzy God, the Glizzy Gobbler.
Oh no, no ID. Justin will now be identified as the Glizzy Gobbler.
Oh, okay. All right, got you.
So he must be introduced as the Glizzy Gobbler.
Enjoy that NBA edition.
One shot for Big Bruh. One shot for Lil Bruh.
And one for me.
And fuck you, Trae Young. And one for Uncle Ben.
Hey, pour one out for Uncle Ben. Hey, pour one out.
Show him how I did Batman's parents.
Boom, dead. There he goes on the Nicholas Barrios Celebrity Hotline. Happy birthday again to the CEO and benefactor of this program. Hopefully takes down quite a bit of that NBA special edition Hennessy. That's how we're doing it out here. We outside. But moving on, this is really like a show news item. But I just want to give a shout out because I know both Tyler and I and Justin, who put me onto it, are fans of Pat McAfee's show. He got the bag. Buddy. He got the bag big time. $120 million for 4 years based on everything that I've seen. And, I mean, I just think it's a cool deal. I think it's, obviously for the money, he did like an unveiling video where he subsequently gave away like at least 10 million of it, like right up front, like
at least 10
to this charity, to this hospital, to this whatever, to my high school,
to his staff, to his parents, to
all
everybody.
The staff got like $250,000 each. But I mean, if you look at the way these sports books are only going to get in more states where you could just do the mobile sports betting, which that's how it should be because everyone's betting on it anyway. Might as well get some tax money. But and the format of his show, which basically is more of it's on XM, but it's like the radio part. They always joke about like, oh man, we don't know what we're doing on the radio. Like it's really for the visual. It's like the YouTube. Right. But I think that's the way like sports talk is kind of going because then you can watch it on demand. You can do whatever you want. It's not like on a strict time clock or anything like that. And they definitely get way more interesting interviews under that format too because it's not intimidating. It's not like, oh, I just have to go on Jim Rome so I could talk about like, I don't know, something I'm doing with Gillette razors or, all the promotional things they have to do, which they'll still do that, but it's more of like I don't know, it seems to always produce better interviews and stuff like that. So I like the format of the show and I'm happy people are kind of, pumping money into that. I was just afraid it was going to be like, oh yeah, I signed with ESPN. And I was like, all right, cool. The show's ruined now because you can't do anything interesting anymore. But it was basically like, I guess FanDuel just giving them a ton of money to just keep doing what you're doing. Just let us get in there a little bit more, as far as I could tell.
Yeah, obviously, like Matt, props to him. Like he, like you said, Justin kind of turned both of us onto the show, and like it's just absolutely entertaining. Like you the nice thing about it being again not on ESPN is like, it's not like just a typical like, okay, we're gonna tell you beforehand like these are the 8 questions we're gonna ask you. We're not gonna get like super serious or anything. You can give us blank answers. It's like, he goes on there. It's, so you can tell sometimes some guests are kind of like maybe a little like nervous or kind of not sure what to expect at first. And then like 3 minutes later, they're just like laughing and bullshitting and talking about whatever, which that's so much more fun to hear than just the typical, like, oh, what was your preparation for last night's game? Or what did you think of, like, it's just a lot more fun, just, how loose it is. So, again, mad shout out to him. And again, him giving away all that money to, all like the local, youth sports in his area. He gave $2 million to his high school. Like, and he said, like, I want to make sure this doesn't go to the district or to the AD. Like, this goes to the school.
And it's gone.
Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, to the colleges, to some of his former teammates, charities. Again, like you said, $250,000 to every member of the staff. And he didn't say the exact number, but he told his parents, look at your bank, you have 7 digits now. I mean, that was just so cool. So, I mean, yeah, mad shout out to them, and I'm glad that he's going to keep doing what he wants to do and what has made him such a huge figure in the sports world, really.
Yeah, especially if you look at some of these radio guys, like Jim Rowe or whatever, they've been doing it forever, Cowherd, and you have to build up to that. So it's something to be said for that. But I mean, the fact that he has kind of had this rise so quickly from the time he retired from football, I think that's just kind of like I don't know, in a way, sort of a blueprint of how people are going to be wanting to digest sports talk, going forward, sort of on their terms. Not exactly like Netflix, but kind of. It's not. You can watch it when you want. There's no rules on really what can be done or said on the show or whatever. So it leads to better content, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
And then the other little, just random, I just found out about this when I was looking for different things. Total side note, because I don't know anything about cricket. I know, Baron, maybe you can give me some insight. But BT Sport, who was covering the Ashes, that was the England, partner broadcast person of the Ashes. They were using the Fox Australia cameras. Apparently, Fox Australia's truck went out. So this was the only camera they had for like an hour as their sideline interview camera. And it was this tight shot. Like, I mean, I don't know if you know how big a cricket field or pitch or whatever the heck they call it.
It is massive.
It's huge. Yeah. So this was like the only camera they had. And then, well, you can't really see here because it's really small, but it's like, we apologize that all the Fox cameras, throwing them under the bus. Like, it's their fault. It's not us. Well, bring your own cameras, dude. But they were just getting destroyed on Twitter. I was like, why is BT Sport trending? And it was just like all these memes about how terrible their camera is. Like, oh, thanks. Shout out to that one guy for getting his phone out so they could keep it on the air.
That's why I hadn't seen that. Like, I know Talk Sport's been talking a lot about cricket. I don't know if it's like the Cricket World Cup going on or just like some big tournament.
I just know the Ashes is a big one.
Right.
You can elaborate if you must, but I know it's one of the big ones.
But yeah, like I typically tune out when they start talking cricket, so I didn't know about this scandal, but I'm sure they'll be talking about that quite a bit on Talk Sports.
Huge controversy.
Controversy.
I always like to see. I mean, even shout out to, I've been in those weird like Foxhole things where it's like, oh crap, dude, we don't have any cameras. Like nothing works. Like just get out there with the sideline camera.
Just send somebody out there. Yeah.
Just keep it rolling. Stay on the air, because if we go off, everyone's going to totally lose their mind. But it's just one of those things. I mean, you can't account for technical difficulties.
Just one of them days.
And then last side piece here, Tony Hawk. One of the great traditions of Twitter back in the day was him posting his true stories of people that knew enough about him to know that he looks like Tony Hawk, but did not realize that he was Tony Hawk. And just like, oh yeah, I was getting on the plane, and it was like, oh, hey, you kind of look like Tony Hawk. Has anyone ever told you that? He's just like, yeah, like a few people have, I guess. Well, he's back. He's back at the coffee shop this morning. Girl, unsarcastically, has anyone told you that you look like Tony Hawk? Yes, so much that I sometimes write about it. Here's your coffee. And then another person on the way out. Hey, but you really do look like him.
You do look like him.
So Tony Hawk, hey, shout out to the GOAT of skateboarding.
Like, Tony Hawk is I'll just say this: if you see a lanky, gangly guy that looks like Tony Hawk, probably Tony Hawk.
Odds are, yeah, it's probably him. Even in San Diego. I mean, he's weirdly a lot taller than people think. Like, he is a pretty tall dude. A lot of the skateboarders, for the acrobatics and stuff, they're usually smaller guys. You don't really need to be able to dunk a basketball or something to be good at skateboarding. It's probably the opposite, like a gymnast. They're really small, compact. But he's like 6'4" or something. I mean, he's just a big,
he's a tall guy,
skeleton-looking dude.
And looks like Tony Hawk.
He looks very much like Tony Hawk. We don't know if it's him or not, but someday we hope to find out.
I gotta imagine it's just like the time that I'm certain I saw Joe Kim Noah at Disneyland, because it was a 7-foot tall guy that looks like Joe Kim Noah.
There's probably not that many of them.
Yeah.
I did see also, what's his name? Kyle Larson went to Disney World. Did you see any of that?
No, I didn't.
And he was kind of like low-key bummed out that more people did not recognize him. He was like, at one point, like, I told, some of my friends or whatever, family, like, hey, like, go over there and, like, just run up on me and like, hey, are you famous? Are you that guy? So maybe one of the Disney people will see me so I can get some stuff. Because even in Florida, didn't really recognize him. But hey, these guys got helmets on. They're in the car. NASCAR is kind of down anyway on TV right now. So
yeah. Plus, it could be worse. Like, when you talk about recognizing him, I just immediately was thinking of the South Park episode with when Randy Marsh gets the answer incorrect on Wheel of Fortune and is known by a particular name. I was worried, like, oh, Kyle Larson might be that guy.
Yeah, that is true. There could be a factor there, just like, oh, avert your eyes, kids. Let's move along. But I don't know. It's I guess it's just you can walk around, freely in public if you're a NASCAR champion. Even
it's true.
CEO Nick coming back in the comments, making his feelings known about Trey Young. Tony Hawk did not ever come into the bank, no. But I have seen him. I've seen him in person out in Encinitas because he lives around there somewhere.
Yeah, he's been in Encinitas forever.
And I've seen what's his name, Mike McGill, because he has a skateboard shop there. So I know he's boys with Tony Hawk too. But he did come into the bank. Speaking of the college football, you want to go Army Navy first or the Heisman?
Let's go Army Navy first.
All right. As coach and Braden, San Diego's favorite sons, are out there holding it down on the East Coast. Shout out to USAA, not a sponsor. You could be. Do the right thing, USAA.
Absolutely could be.
But they are hooking that whole thing up, apparently, so it sounds like a pretty cool deal. We do have the Army-Navy game tomorrow it has been in the Meadowlands before, but never at MetLife Stadium.
Right.
Gotta love the over-under 34 for a college football game, and I'm still liking the under.
I have the opposite. I'm saying hammer. Just because Navy's so bad, I say hammer the over. I think Army might score 35 points.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Army -7. How do you feel about that?
Oh, Barron, 1,000 apologies, but I hammer the -7.
Yeah, Navy's just really not good.
They're not good.
I mean, they're going to do what Navy does. They're going to run the ball 1,000 times.
Triple option all day, every day.
Belichick tried to warn the Bills with that Navy mask. They didn't want to listen, and he just ran it down their face.
The triple option is tricky if you only, face it once every few years. Army faces it every year, has run some of it in the past. So these guys will be well versed in handling the triple option. So I'm struggling to see Navy keeping this one close.
We will see. I'll maybe get a full report from Braden. Maybe we'll have him on next week sometime just to talk about his experience. Seems like a cool deal. But yeah, usually, I mean,
bring the coach on too.
Yeah, let's get coach. Hey, that opens up a line. We can take up to 10 callers. So again, on that note, hit the link. Hit it. It's active. Call in. The other bit of college football news is that we do have the finalists for the Heisman Trophy. I don't see any way anyone other than Bryce Young is going to win, but it's a good group, Always nice to see one defensive guy in there.
Even being a Michigan fan, I will say they probably have the wrong defensive guy in there. I think Will Anderson from Alabama, he is the best of it. He has more sacks than Hutchinson. He has almost 100 tackles. He's been an absolute just monster in the middle of the defense for Alabama. Also, again, this will be weird being a Michigan man saying this, Kenneth Walker III, running back from Michigan State, should be there as well. I don't think Stroud should be there. You can call that Michigan bias. That's fine. But if you look at it by stats, Stroud easily has the worst stats.
We have a domestic comment fight going on in the comments. Oh, you hate to see that. You hate to see that on his birthday. Hey, shout out to Mark Tech, though. Mark Tech, represent.
Hey, there we go. There we go. Cool to see Kitty pick on that. A man that has actually gotten a rule officially changed in the middle of the season, I guess.
Yeah, that's legends.
Of the season.
Legends get rules made against them.
Exactly. Even though I do think it is an appropriate rule to be changed, but he'll have that forever on his highlight reel. The fake slide running for a touchdown. But yeah, you're right. I looked at it on with our bookie earlier, and I think it was Bryce Young is minus 10,000 to win.
Sweet.
It's not even close.
Go heavy on him. You know, just go bet like $5 million on him.
Put your life savings on him.
Yeah.
$8.
All right, let it ride. Stroud, I'm ruined. No, who saw that coming?
Yeah, I don't see any way that Bryce Young doesn't get it. I mean, it may have been up in the air after the Alabama or after the Auburn game, but him just absolutely lighting up Georgia like he did, there's no way he doesn't win it.
With all the hype coming into that and everything that we know about Georgia's defense, and he just tore him apart. There's no way he's not going to win. Yeah, shout out also, though, to Pickett for not only getting the rule changed or created, for getting the NCAA to do something within like 2 weeks. Like, they don't do anything for like 8 years. That's how serious they were like, oh, dude, we got to put a stop to this. Damn.
Look, I think it's the right change because either you have to make that a like an automatic stop as soon as he starts even a fake slide, or you got to let the defense just say, all right, we're going to fucking line him up then.
Just take him then. Yeah. Like, otherwise, like, just no one's allowed to tackle anymore. Like, all right, where's the cutoff here? But
shout out to him getting a rule change.
That's you know.
He even said something on Twitter. He even said something on Twitter about that. Just like, hey, that's cool. Like, I got a rule change because of me, which I don't blame him at all. Like, yeah, he made a crazy play that if I tried that, I would have blown both my ACLs out.
Yeah, especially if you're running at full speed. I mean, against some D1 guys out there, like you're, probably fully committed to running. So to be able to like, psych, and get up and keep going, it's pretty impressive. We'll see if we get the phlebotomist back in time. Just in the interest of maybe waiting for him for slightly longer, let's talk about last night's game.
Okay.
This was all the makings of a bloodbath in the first half and into the second half as well. I think it was 29-0 at one point.
Yeah.
But the Vikings can never win convincingly, as time has shown. And primetime Kirk was always going to come out. Eventually he did at the end with some very questionable throws. And the Steelers were right. I mean, honestly, Ben looked pretty good. Even with
in the second half, yes.
Well, in the first half, it was like, this is like elderly abuse. Like this should be, someone should stop this. Like every time he goes down, it hurts like 4 times as much as it would hurt me. Even.
Well, what was it? You texted me and Justin last night saying like, they had 68 yards. You left the house to get dinner, and when you came back, they had 64 yards.
Better, they had 38 yards of total offense. And it was like pretty close to halftime. So I had to go pick up the takeout for dinner. When I got back, it was down to 34. I was like, wow. Well, at least I didn't miss anything.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I won't even lie. I stopped paying attention during the third quarter. I just I had it on in the background, but I just was not paying attention. Then all of a sudden I looked up and it was the Steelers had 21. I was like, oh shit. All right. Okay. I don't know how that happened, but.
Hey, shout out to Dalvin Cook, though, even with the shoulder. Apparently, with the sling on, he's like a baller because I was looking at fantasy, is he going to play? Is he active? Whatever. They said he was going to go, and I was reading the little capsule they give you. He's previously worn one of these shoulder slings before in a game where he rushed for like 135 yards. I was like, all right, well, he's probably good then. Like, Steelers defense kind of sucking right now. And he blew up. I think he had like 150 yards in the first half and 2 touchdowns. So shout out to him. Also a nice catch also on the third down for any running back, but especially a guy with a hurt shoulder.
I mean, I don't know. there's certain guys that it's like, man, I don't care if they're just coming off the injury list. If they say they're active, they're in my starting lineup in fantasy unquestionably, and Dalvin Cook is one of those guys.
Yeah, Jefferson got one too. Muth got one, but then dropped one also. It was a tough play for him. It was a dime of a throw by Ben, though. He stuck it right in there between three guys. But again, there's the guy that caught it, and then three guys all meeting at one place, and he wasn't able to like bring it in because they just punched it out of his hand. But was a good throw. I don't know if it's better or worse to come all the way back and have it like the receiver catch it both hands in the end zone where you could potentially tie the game. They still had to go for two, and then you come up that short after that big of a comeback.
You probably, in some ways, you feel better in the moment, but it stings longer. Whereas if you just get blown out, like it sucks in the moment, but then like as soon as the game's over, you're like, fuck it, move on to the next one.
We'll never talk about this again, so it doesn't matter.
But and of course the big talk from this game was Chase Claypool. What a in a moment of brilliance, Pittsburgh down by 8 with it was like 20 seconds left, no timeouts. He makes the first down catch, and instead of doing what every other football player does, which is immediately hand the ball to the ref to get the next play going, he takes his time to celebrate the first down.
Give him that first down chop.
His center runs up to like get the ball from him to like, hey, we got to fucking spike this. The ball gets dropped in that exchange. They finally get up and spike it. And then the part that killed me more was he starts yelling at his center for not letting him celebrate after the play.
Let me live.
Bro, time and a place, man. Time and a place. Come on.
I know.
Man.
He made some tough catches too in the comeback.
He made some great catches. He did. I think I saw somebody said like he's as mentally stupid as he is, he's like that gifted physically.
The talent is there for sure, but yeah, that was just a tough look there, especially at the very like peak of that comeback. It's like, man, all right, this guy was a big part of this comeback. Like, we might actually be doing this, and then it's like, what are you doing? Just get the ball back. Like, we got to clock it. Come on.
Yeah, that was he had gotten benched earlier in the game too. For I don't know, just for some, I don't know if it was conduct or play, whatever, I can't remember what it was. But then he gets put on the field, but Tomlin says, all right, like get out there, and then he pulls that off. Oh, that's gonna be a rough, there's just one of those weeks in practice where like you just don't say anything. Don't say anything.
You just gotta wear it. You messed up.
Just run your routes, make your catches, don't say a word at practice all week.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I mean, I don't care anyway. I'm happy the Steelers lost, despite what you guys may believe. But it was like all the momentum.
You're happy because the team needed this kick in the ass. Now they'll rally for you.
That's right. We're going straight to the Super Bowl, baby. No, how dare you? How dare you? Anyway, the flight phlebotomist just let me know that he is not going to make it in time. So we have the doctor. And we have me, whatever, marginal information I can contribute. So let's check in with the fight
practitioner.
Yeah, just kind of,
the fight nurse's assistant.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to get my certification. All right. Trying to move up. But
yeah, there you go.
We got the doctor. Let's talk about it. UFC 269 going down this week.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. The heavyweight champion of the world.
Stills took a point away from Chavez.
Hearing that didn't remind me. The other day, I found the clip of Bruce Buffer doing the breakup on video. I was like, oh, I forgot about that. That shit was fucking great.
Yeah, still have
it. What a pro he is.
I'm gonna let you get going, and I'm gonna find that clip because I still have it.
All right. So yes, we do have UFC 269 this weekend. Going to be a big pay-per-view here, headlined by 2 title fights. Let's just go ahead and start with the main event here. Lightweight title fight. Charles Oliveira defending his title against Dustin Poirier. Oliveira just won the title in his last fight by TKOing Michael Chandler. That was back in May. This is a dude that, look, really impressive. He's got 9 wins in a row. He's got 19 wins in his UFC career. I think he has the UFC record for most submission wins and most finishes, not just in a division, but just most wins and finishes, or most submissions and finishes. Multiple times. I think 11-time performance of the night, 3 submissions of the night, 3 fight of the night. It's like, this is just an exciting fighter here, and it's really crazy because this is a guy that, like, before he went on this crazy run, he had lost 4 out of 6 fights. So, like, that's kind of thing is 3 fights in a row, kind of on the chopping block here. So this guy was like pretty close to losing his job, and then he just won a bunch of fights in a row, won the title. Now he's where he is with the strap, and he'll be taking on Dustin Poirier, who just most notably beat Conor McGregor twice in a row. He's also a former interim champ. He beat Max Holloway for that, and then lost the unification bout versus Khabib. No shame in that, because nobody beat Khabib. Nobody came close to Khabib. And then after that he beat Dan Hooker and then beat Conor McGregor twice. This is a guy that just when you look at these guys' resumes, like, it's exciting. Like I just told you, all the post-fight bonuses that Oliveira's gotten. Poirier's got a nice amount himself. 7 times fight of the night, 4-time performance of the night. Oddly enough, 1-time submission of the night. Like, you don't ever think about that for a guy that has the most knockout wins in the lightweight division history.
So he's got that in the bag also.
And that is something that people always forget about. I mean, look, Oliveira is a 3rd-degree black belt from the Shoot the Box Academy, which those dudes are a bunch of freaking animals down there in Brazil. But Poirier's got a jiu-jitsu black belt as well from the Gladiators Academy up here in the States. He was trained by Tim Crater. Now he trains with Dan Lambert over at American Top Team. But people forget he is a jiu-jitsu black belt. So it's not going to be necessarily so easy that, Oliveira is just going to take him down and then slap on a submission. Like, it's going to be a little more tricky than that. So I think because of that, I mean, Poirier is the much better stand-up fighter. No doubt Oliveira is better on the ground, but Poirier is not completely incompetent on the ground. Like, I'm having a hard time seeing Oliveira win this. I think Poirier is going to get that belt.
Yeah, I mean, and you can see he's a favorite there. Not a huge favorite, but I do think it's going to be a good fight. And kind of also, that brings up a good point that, actually, me, you, and the phlebotomist were talking about the other day, where it's not like the old days where everyone's like just really good at one thing, maybe okay at another. Like, everyone's pretty well rounded, and this is like a good example of that. Like, you can't make it to that. Like, the UFC has gotten so big and so competitive, you have to be like decent at least at pretty much everything, just to like hang in there. And then you're gonna have your strength, or maybe they need to improve on this, but like, they're working on all of it just to be at this level.
Right. Yeah. You can still be really good at one thing, but you have to be at baseline good at everything else. You have to, be able to defend takedowns, be able to, sort of avoid submissions on the ground. Like, you can't just rely on one thing. You've got to be at least good at every aspect of the game these days.
And I think, we kind of saw the same thing in the women's division, and it was newer. Rousey just kind of, all right, well, she's got the arm bar, and then everyone else just got really good at everything, and she was like, okay, now I'm going to try to box, and then she got knocked out, and it's just like the game just left her behind. Like, that's the evolution of the whole sport.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, that's a really, really good transition into the co-main event here, where we have a women's bantamweight title fight here with the arguably number 1 pound for pound, and I don't just mean pound for pound women's, I mean pound for pound, period. Amanda Nunes defending against Juliana Pena. This is actually Nunes' first bantamweight title defense in about 2 years. She's kind of been just defending her featherweight title the last couple times, mostly because she's cleaned up both divisions and they needed to find somebody. She won the bantamweight title against Miesha Tate back in 2016. The last time she lost, I think, was in 2014 against Kat Zingano. Multiple time performance of the night. She's got the most wins and most stoppages in women's bantamweight history. I mean, just an absolute monster. She's a current, you can see that in the picture, currently a 2-division champ, and it's 2 divisions where it is her, about 3-mile gap, and then everybody else. Juliana Pena.
title fight minus 900. So just so you know where we're at here.
I'll be honest. I thought it was going to be even
Yeah.
worse than minus 900. I was actually kind of surprised when I saw that. I don't know. Maybe there's people that are just going in and throwing money on Pena that's moving the line, just in the off chance, whatever. But Juliana Pena, she's on a 1-fight win streak, which again, that tells you the state of the division, that a 1-fight win streak gets you the title shot. And I don't mean this to disparage her. It's just the gap between Nunes and everybody else is just so insane. But she is 6-2 in the UFC, although she's I think 2-2 in her last 4 fights. I mean, Pena again, she's an Ultimate Fighter winner. She's not a chump. Like I don't mean to make it sound like she's a chump, but I just there is no way I see Nunes losing this fight. Excuse me.
You can definitely not be anything close to a chump and still get your ass kicked by Amanda Nunes. I mean, look how quick a lot of her fights even end. It's just and now it's over. All right, let's get it going, and it's done.
Yeah, definitely similar to old Tyson fights where it's you can't even make it through the first round and get drunk, and she's already won the fight.
I know.
So.
The fans have grown weary.
Couldn't even give me 3 lousy rounds. Yeah, I mean, look, again, it's MMA. Pena could land a crazy head kick or a wild punch, or Nunes slips and gets caught in rear. I mean, things can happen. I just don't see it happening.
Hey, Pena, you look, if you're going into one of these one-on-one, literally you could, life is on the line sort of things, like boxing, MMA. It's just you versus someone else. You got to, believe that you have a chance to win. She's trying to talk it up. She's saying that Nunes is ducking her. And I was like, okay, really, dude? I don't think so. I should just run through your face. But saying it's not going to be a short fight.
Not only is she not ducking her, but the last time Pena had a shot to actually fight Nunes, she lost the fight leading into that and then lost the title.
So there's that. I did see this meme, which I liked also because actually we were watching this over at CEO Nick's penthouse, the Eric Andre show. Amanda Nunes in her hotel, just deciding which hand she's going to nuke Pena with.
Yeah, needless to say, it'll be a massive upset if Pena wins this one, and I can't just going through it in my head, trying to think of anything that could possibly happen. I just can't see it happening.
Nunes will fusticator.
Yes. But so yeah, we got that. Then just some of the other fights on the main card here. We got a welterweight fight here between Jeff Neal and Santiago Ponzinibio. Neal, who actually both these guys recently had long win streaks. I think both of them actually had 7-fight win streaks. But then Neal lost to Stephen Wonderboy Thompson and Neil Magny. When I say lost, I mean was just dominated over 5 rounds in both those fights. Ponzinibio is a guy that had a 7-fight, which I talked about it earlier in the year when he made his comeback. He kind of was like a top contender for the welterweight division, had a nice 7-8 fight win streak. And then he had some serious health issues. I'm talking kind of lucky to live. That kept him out for a couple of years. Lost his comeback fight to Li Jingliang by knockout, but then came back and beat who was it? Was it Miguel Baeza? I think he beat in his last fight. So he's on bit of a win streak here. These are 2 guys again, just kind of looking to get back into that winning form. I'd probably go Ponzinibio. I like him a little bit better as a more well-rounded fighter. I think he's got a dozen knockouts, a half dozen submissions.
Well, plus the Argentinian rules.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if the fight is. I think the fight is under Nevada state rules, not.
I don't know, dude. You get those guys from the Patagonia. They're wild.
But yeah, I kind of like Ponzinibio on this one. I like him to get back on a nice little win streak here. Next fight on the main card is a flyweight fight here between KaraFrance and Cody Garbrandt. Garbrandt being a former flyweight champ. He's kind of the first guy that figured out how to beat Dominic Cruz. And then ever since that fight, he's just been losing. Unfortunately, got back-to-back losses versus Dillashaw, got knocked out by Pedro Munoz, lost to Rob Font in his last fight. So tough time since winning the title for Garbrandt. KaraFrance, he's another guy that had a nice win streak, but then since he's kind of been taking on that top tier of the flyweight division, he's been struggling a little bit. But still a solid fighter. I like KaraFrance in this one just because Garbrandt is on just such a
cold streak, big time
downfall right now. Yeah. I like KaraFrance this one, but neither one would really surprise me. I think this is going to be a fairly evenly matched fight. And then the opener on the main card here, we got a bantamweight fight between Juliana Paiva and Sugar Sean OMalley.
Sugar Sean.
Paiva, he's a guy that used to fight, or before he came to the UFC, he was strictly a bantamweight, won, I don't know, dozen fights in a row. Then he got to the UFC, dropped down to flyweight, started losing fights, started missing weight. So now he is back in the bantamweight division, where his natural weight class. And Sugar Sean OMalley, he's a guy, again, this night of former long win streaks, I think is what this is. He's a guy that won a dozen in a row, had that TKO loss to Chito Vera. Since then, he's responded with a couple knockout wins over Thomas Almeida and Chris Matinho, which was that one that Matinho, that fight probably should have been stopped in the first round, but Matinho somehow stayed standing up until the third when the ref finally stopped the fight.
Now he's a truck driver or whatever he was doing.
Yeah, right. This is an interesting fight. I mean, Sean OMalley, like earlier this week, Dana White kind of said, he was asked why O'Malley's not getting kind of the better fights, and he's basically said, like, look, this guy's a fun knockout artist, but he's not a well-rounded fighter. Like, I'm worried of what will happen if I put him up against better talent. I still like him in this one. Again, Paiva's just kind of like trying to make his way back, into the winning side. Now that he's back in his natural weight class. I'll take OMalley. He'll get the knockout, but I actually tend to agree with Dana. I think, once he starts fighting better fighters, might be getting exposed. He's not Hamzat. He's not like this just freak that can beat whoever you put in front of him, no matter what their skill set is. So, enjoy the wins while you can. I'm sure he'll do some insane walk-off knockout like he likes to do. But it should be a fun opening fight.
Well, I do want to point out also, first of all, this is pre-heat map Sugar Sean, okay? He just looks like that. So that there's no graphical effects laid onto that. But also with Dana's comment, I kind of thought that was like, he knows it's a marketable guy, so I think he's kind of like poking him, because it's just like one of those guys. He's like, dude, I could sell the hell out of this guy, but he's just got to get a little bit better, like, really get into this. Like, this could be my next whatever.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely. I mean, look, let's not kid ourselves. Dana is, even though at times there's some champions that he doesn't market as well as he should, he is a pretty good marketing guy. You don't make the millions and millions and millions of dollars that he has without being a marketing guy. I think you're right. He knows what he has with Sean OMalley. It's, milk the money while you can, because eventually you're gonna have to put him in there against top guys, and might get ugly.
Well, I mean, look, he's an entertaining fighter for what he is right now.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He's got a crazy, obviously, just like the look, he's not afraid to shoot his mouth off. He's like, this is a guy I could sell, but I don't want to like have him be my, show pony and just get like wrecked by someone that's a more, just totally packaged fighter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, we've definitely seen that a lot over the years of, this young guy that, comes in undefeated, and then you put him against a top 10 guy, and then he loses, and then just continues to lose after that because, the mystique is gone, whatever it is. So yeah, you're right. I mean, Dana might just kind of keep him where he's at right now, and again,
I think he's just trying to gas him up a little bit,
Yeah, it could be. But all in all, again, it's a good card. I think even the undercard looks pretty solid. So I think this will be a fun show. Good way to spend a Saturday night.
Hell yes. And just received word from the phlebotomist. He is returning back to his medical offices. He will be back shortly. Let's take a quick look.
Got to take a house call.
Yeah, exactly. Always working, this guy. Yeah. I mean, he's doing the Lord's work out there. This guy is the guy. Let's take a look real quick at the Premier League over the weekend. We had the first game today. Brentford with a what do they call that? A smash and grab. We scored with like 10 minutes left, and then get a horrendous. I mean, like obvious
so
penalty.
Bad. It was so bad.
The Baron texted me. I missed it when it happened, and then I saw the replay. I was like, "What is he doing?" Like, as soon as you go down to the ground, you're just in front of somebody in the box. Like, you're just you give up. Like, that is going to happen to you. Like, what do you think they're going to do? Just like, oh, no, I'm going to try to jump over him. No, dude, like that's a free goal.
Yeah, and doing that in the 94th minute, whatever it was, like, yeah, that was just so bad. But then again, like I did see a stat that, Watford hasn't kept a clean sheet in like 4 years. And it's like, well, now I can see why. Because you do shit like that.
The Baron brought up the point that he was tired. I'm sure he was. Like, everyone at that point is tired. We're in the 5th minute. But if you even just stay on your feet, like, if that guy's beating you for speed, all right, he might get past you. But it's not going to just be automatic, like, clear-cut penalty. Like, as soon as you just go down, he just, like, stuck a leg out, stopped running. And then it's just like, here, I'll just put a tripwire right here in front of you. And then, penalty, what? Like, he didn't really have the heart to argue. Like, he kind of...
He didn't. He knew it.
Yeah, like, you could see his immediate reaction. Like, yeah, he chirped at the ref later, whatever. But, like, when he just kind of looked up and he was like, I fucked up.
He looked at the goalie and just said, "I'm sorry. This is on me, y'all."
That's me. Hey, that's me.
Hey, but on the bright side for Watford, my guy Emmanuel Dennis, another goal. Shout out. I think he has like 7 or 8 on the year.
Tearing it up. Fantasy. PL.
That's right.
Wolves going to Man City. I don't think there's any doubt about what's going to happen there.
No.
Southampton going to Arsenal. Arsenal licking their wounds. Due to recent events. But, you know what? Give me I got to hear it one more time. Give me a little I still got it on the hopper.
There's your hero. There is.
Drink it in. I swear you'll never see anything like it ever again.
This isn't. Arsenal's been playing well, of course, outside of the Everton game. I don't know if this is so much an easy win for them though. Like, Southampton's not great, but they're tough. Like, they play hard.
Arsenal does have good players, but I don't feel like there's any easy Arsenal wins. Even when they go on a win streak, it's just like, okay, cool, we won 2-1. We probably should have won like 6-1. Like,
it's true.
What the hell's going on out there?
Well, they signed Aubameyang to a huge deal, and he just kind of he's out there.
He's
sometimes in the starting lineup.
And then also he's hurt a lot too. But whatever.
Yeah, that one I don't know. Like that one, I almost kind of want to call a tie in that one. I think I want to go for the draw.
Going for the tie. Entertainment purposes only. Please believe that.
Please believe that.
Leeds, fresh off scoring. That's right. Goes into Chelsea, a little bit of a tougher putt. Obviously, Chelsea, again, reeling from the just the glory of the Masuaku goal, cross shaft.
Look, there's no shame in losing to West Ham. Now they lost to Zenit, or they had the late draw with Zenit after that.
Yeah, there's some shame.
I don't know why you should be affected. I don't know why you should be affected. There's no shame in losing to West Ham.
That's true. West Ham is massive. And we are going to take over Europe very soon.
It's true. Just accept it.
Just get down or lay down right now. Then we will look favorably upon you if you show us.
I will say this. For the most part, Chelsea doesn't allow goals. Leeds this year, for some reason, doesn't score goals. So I don't see this being...
Styles make fights. Styles make fights. Gotta love to see it. This one, the intrigue of
the Stevie G Bowl. Yes, the Stevie G Bowl.
To the cup. Back to Anfield. I'm sure I don't know if they're going to do like a pregame thing, but I'm sure he's going to get love from the fans. Obviously, Liverpool legend. He's got Aston Villa playing pretty good. Probably not going to beat Liverpool at home, but just for the the sideline scenes and stuff, whatever intrigue, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, TalkSport did a thing earlier this week where they were asking Liverpool fans, would you rather win the league and then have Stevie G win the FA Cup at Villa, or would you rather win the double and Stevie G gets either relegated and or fired? It was a 50-50 split, which shocked me.
Oh, Stevie G. Liverpool.
Like, damn, why would you just not want your active team to win both? Like, I don't understand that.
Stevie G also, I've been thinking about this a lot now that he's, he's at Rangers, successful enough to kind of move up here in this managerial thing. He seems pretty serious about it.
Yeah.
Even when he was a player, though, one of those athletes where you're like, oh, that's his voice? Like, he has a weirdly high-pitched voice. So now I think about him as a coach, like, all right, Skip, you got it. That's freaking weird, right?
And game of the week here at the end of Saturday here.
Straight classic. Josh Sargent, hat trick guaranteed.
Man United going into Norwich. We'll see how Man U does under the new manager. Norwich, they've been playing better as of late, but they are still really bad.
They're just bad, dude. I feel bad for Pookie, but also it's like you probably wouldn't be in the Premier League if you weren't on this team. So
right.
It is go down as a legend at Norwich. Maybe one more ride off into the sunset when you have to get back in the league.
Whatever that's worth, a legend at Norwich.
I mean, like if you're a legend at one of these teams, that's still a big deal.
I mean, that's something. That's true.
Better than being a legend at like, I don't know, San Jose Earthquakes. Suck it, Wando. Still pissed at you.
Although I will say this, the scenes, if Norwich pulls this off.
Oh, scenes. I'm here for the scenes.
Scenes, lads.
Sunday down to I want to see this game.
Mm-hmm.
It's West Ham 4-0. Burnley, come on, dude.
Ooh, calling it now. Well, I don't know if you saw the news. There's talk, just talk.
Sport talk or talk? Talk sport.
Sport talk. Yes, all of the above. That just because of all the injuries West Ham has had in their back line, they might move Declan Rice to the back row for this game. Well, I mean, if there's a game, this is probably one that you should be able to afford it.
He can play there. I think he can play there against a good team too. It's just like you're taking away some of the utility of him.
Right. Because he's actually this year been very good on the attack. He's becoming a full all-around player this year. So you do kind of lose that effect, but Burnley is also bad. Like West Ham should win this pretty easily.
The uniforms might be confusing though.
They might be.
Could be a cross-up. I thought that was you, dude.
I gotta imagine West Ham is probably going to be wearing the dark blues this week, I'm guessing.
Well, just win, okay? Please. We don't need to be tripping over Burnley right now.
Also, side note, only 3 games on Sunday because, once again, Tottenham, too much of a COVID issue, game has been postponed.
Man, dude, if only they had a phlebotomist on their side that could go in there and, like a medical professional that could help them out.
If only.
If there was one that truly cared about the team.
Next game, Newcastle going into Leicester. I know the last few weeks have kind of been like we're looking for the get-right games for Leicester. This is another one of those. Newcastle still not very good. Leicester's got to have 3 points here.
That's just hard times for all the glory squad of Leicester. Ranieri had to wear that L at Watford today too. I saw him on the post game. I was like, oh yeah, dude, that's the guy. He's at Watford now.
He just got hired there like less than a month ago. I keep forgetting that.
Hey, maybe he could save them. Just
hopefully
keep them afloat. But they are in like 17th place right now, so time to get going. And then the last one, Everton goes to Crystal Meth Palace. Shout out to Jaime the Greek. Look, Everton, they got to be hot. We saw the goal. I mean, come on.
It's true.
Don't have to worry about European games.
I don't know what that problem's like. I don't know what that.
I wish.
What is that like?
That must be nice.
Yeah. Everton probably should get the win, but I mean they haven't also been good most of the year. Palace, they haven't been great. They've been okay at times. I'll go tie this one as well.
I love the tie picks. Anytime, even in soccer, like the picking of a tie is so specific that I love it. Oh, also, by the way, I did find it.
It's time for Kaylee to move on.
The shit-eating grin is what does it for me every time.
The grin at the end just locks it in. I mean, what a guy.
He's a pro. He's such a pro. He's so much better than Michael Buffer. He's so much better than Michael Buffer.
Oh my God! Just right there in whatever hotel, like not even a great looking hotel room at the MGM Grand or whatever. Like, dude, Buffer can't get like a suite. What the hell, dude?
Yeah, like Dana. Come on, you can't hook this guy up. What the hell?
We gotta save. We gotta save.
The fingers mean the money.
The money thing. That's right. Well, I don't know where Phlebotomist is at. He said he was going to be roundabout soon, but we'll keep an eye out. But I think, unless you got anything else, we got to get into the football here.
Now, let me just get the, as I'm also keeping track weekly, let me get my spreadsheet up so we can keep track of everybody's picks here.
Oh, you got
to get into the
dude, I was writing them down.
I spreadsheeted that last week.
Well, thanks for telling me now. But it is Friday, so I want to first of all shout out to the Friday mascot because I did I just streamlined the original.
Please don't knock those together. No.
Oh, holy shit!
Jesus. Bobby, stop! Bobby, stop! With you?
Whoa!
Do not move! Do not move! What is wrong with you? Laura, are you dumb? How are you laughing at this?
I'm blown away.
Oh, God. All right, Ron, gonna be switching cameras here. Okay. Well, Ron is switching his cameras.
Keep it moving. Boom.
There he is. I was gonna bring on. Let's go ahead and bring the Fight Phlebotomist / Lions Insider / Cowboys Insider / Soccer Historian / U.S. Men's National Team Superfan. No ID, Justin. Onto the show, Justin. How are you doing, man?
Dang, the fucking Cordell Stewart of this fucking program, baby. I'm doing good, man. How you guys doing? Oh, there he is. It was about time for his phone to die, so that makes sense.
Yeah. It's 9 o'clock, right? But, let's go ahead and get into the Week 14 action here. Starting off, we got the Atlanta Falcons going to the Carolina Panthers here. Justin, you're on the 2-week heater, man. What are your thoughts on this game?
So this is actually one of the tougher games for me to pick this week. I know that may sound shocking. This is the battle of lesser of two evils.
Sure.
You know, you obviously have to factor in Joe Brady out. So, I mean, does the offense respond? You know, how do they respond to that? Does the offense, if they wanted him out of there, Carolina's offense is going to be humming. If they weren't happy about it, Carolina's offense is going to be doing exactly what it's been doing for the last few weeks, which is absolutely nothing. Again, lesser of two evils, horrible weather. Give me Carolina in an ugly game. I feel like this is one where they can keep it on the ground. They don't have to throw it a lot. Matt Ryan is not the greatest. Atlanta doesn't have a ton of weapons outside of Cordarrelle Patterson, and I feel like
he is the ultimate weapon, sir. How dare you?
Yeah, the rain will affect that man. So
doesn't matter, dude.
Give me Carolina in that one. It does matter. Give me Carolina.
Do you want the money line or do you want them with the 2.5?
Favored? I can't. Sorry, it's a little.
They are favored 2.5. Yeah.
Yeah, give me Carolina to cover.
Nice. I am actually going with the same pick for pretty much the exact same reasons that you said. Mostly, Carolina's not good, but Atlanta is really bad. The weather is going to affect Matt Ryan even worse than this season as a whole already has. I can just imagine Carolina just going to pound the ball, play strong defense. I like Carolina minus 2.5.
It's always hard with these coaching turnover games. It's like sometimes they're bust out and it's really good, and sometimes they just like fold up and they're pissed off or whatever. Dude, I'm gonna go over. Give me the over.
What's the over on this one? I can't see it.
Huh?
What's the over under on this one? I can't see it.
41.5.
All right, so you're an over 41.5. Okay. Got that one.
Ham's going to score 2 touchdowns. Cordarrelle's going to score 4, and we'll be chilling.
All right, we go on to the next one here. AFC North battle. Baltimore going into Cleveland. Cleveland listed as a 3-point favorite in this one. I'll go ahead and open this one. Even as bad as Lamar has looked the last few weeks, he and the team typically get it done against Cleveland. I like them as the underdog. Give me Baltimore +3.
Yeah, I'm gonna echo that, man. It's the points. If this wasn't Cleveland being the favorite, I would probably be all over Cleveland, especially at home. Weather looks sunny, although it is quite brisk at 44 degrees.
44 degrees.
I'm gonna echo the fight doctor and just give me Baltimore to win this one.
Yeah, I'm really not liking. Lamar's just been sucking, dude. Let's just call it what it is. But I mean, Cleveland is all over the place. I don't know. I don't trust them at all. And Baltimore getting 3 points too. Like, I'm taking Baltimore.
All right, so it is unanimous across the board on that one. Everybody going with Baltimore +3. And just a reminder, all picks that we do say on here are, of course, for entertainment purposes only. Please,
you must believe that.
On a fucking entertainment purposes only heater, bitches.
Hey, that's very real. All right.
That is true. So next one we got here, Seattle Seahawks going into Houston. You don't see this very often. The road 8.5-point favorite. How about Ron? How about you open this one up here? What do you like in this game?
Houston is going to be lucky to score 10 points, dude. Davis Mills sucks ass. Seahawks are just going to dominate, even on the road. I mean, the Seahawks aren't that good either, but Houston is like barely an NFL team. And with Davis Mills, I hesitate to say that they even are an NFL team. That fool just sucks.
Yeah, give me Seattle, man. Jesus Finger is back, bro. He's going to stomp the Fighting Davis Mills.
Well, we don't know that yet. We don't know if he's reined that finger in just quite all the way.
No, see, all the dysfunction the first half of the season was to ensure that everyone knows that he is leaving at year's end. Now we enter the period of, now I got to show how much I'm worth. So expect Russell to be in prime form. Magic Water, Jesus Finger. They win.
So are you both taking Seattle -8.5?
Yes.
F&A right, I am.
Man, that's 2 in a row that we got it. I was trying to think of ways that I could maybe take Houston, but
listen,
they're
man,
just so bad.
Davis Mills is under center. I don't care if that line is plus 88.5.
He's under center, but he could look way over that fool with his periscope neck. I'm just going to say
that. That's true. All right, we will defer to Ron on this one here for this next game, if you please. Vegas at Kansas City. Kansas City in point.
I got a take on this one.
And I've seen it at 11. I've seen it bounce around, but the Raiders will not win. I think they will cover the 10. I'm just thinking of some Chiefs laziness maybe coming into play at some point when it's like, okay, we pretty much got it wrapped up. Maybe the Raiders get a late field goal or something. I think they will cover the 10. So just give me the Chiefs money line.
No, man, I'm taking the Chiefs and the cover. I spoke to an OG Raiders fan. OG Raiders fan moments ago, and I said, I am basing my Raiders pick off of your response, and his response was not very positive. Therefore,
I just told that guy the other day. You know what I said? I said the Raiders will come. He said, "Damn, you're right."
And he said, "Damn, Ronnie, you was wrong."
You're right.
No. Watch when I see that ball on Tuesday. He was like, "Damn, he was right."
Yeah, give me the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs and the points. I'm sorry, Raiders.
Hey, I'm sorry too.
I don't think
no one's more sorry than me.
It's not so much that I think the Chiefs are back right again. It's just that I think they haven't forgotten the victory lap that your tour bus took around Arrowhead last season when you beat them. They will be full of spite, and Andy Reid will take none of that shit.
Dude, Gruden's not even there anymore. He got sent to Siberia or whatever by Roger Goodell.
All right, so Ron, I just want to make sure you're taking Kansas City money line.
Yes.
Okay. Even despite the bulletin board material of the Raiders taking the victory lap, I will take the Raiders +10 in this game. I definitely don't think they're going to win, but the Chiefs just don't really blow people out. I think Vegas will keep it relatively close, or Kansas City will allow them to keep it close. Either one.
You smell that, Ronnie? Smells like some Bakersfield car bias right there.
No, it smells like raccoon pee or whatever's in the tent right now. Is what it smells like.
Yeah,
that is the same aroma.
It's same.
Right.
Hey, damn, you was right.
Yeah, he was right.
So yeah, so Justin taking Kansas City and the points. Lonnie taking Kansas City money line. I'm taking Vegas +10. All right. Oh, game of the week here. Game of the week, baby. Saints at Jets. Saints a 5.5-point favorite. I will just go and say mine.
Dogs.
Saints. As bad as the Jets are, the Saints suck. Give me the Jets +5.5.
I'm gonna go New Orleans. I'm gonna go New Orleans. It's rainy, it's gross, and New Orleans front is fucking nasty on defense. Give me the Saints to win and give me the Saints to cover.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Saints also. They cover that. There's no Michael Carter, party starter. The only bright spot of that Jets team in fantasy football or otherwise this year. He's gone.
How are the Saints gonna score points? That's my question.
No, dude. They got a bunch of random.
They're gonna play Taysom Hill, but not at quarterback. That's how they're gonna score points.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, that's fair. If they do that, you're right. That's a good strategy. Put them at left guard or something. I don't know.
There's just no way I could bet on the Jets at all in any capacity. 3-9, they suck, dude. They're getting 5.5 points at home.
I think they've won. I should say they've covered. I think like twice when I've picked them this year. So
maybe you're the magic elixir, dude. I don't know, but I just think that yes, Taysom Hill, that fool sucks. Everyone's hurt on the Saints. I don't know what the deal is with Kamara. I'm guessing he's maybe not playing again, but
ever seems like
not ever. Okay, let's just don't get dramatic. But
I was taking the Mike Thomas approach. Like, I'm not playing until you give me a quarterback.
I'm just gonna keep figuring out ways to not play. Like, then I gotta punch my own teammate. Then it's like delaying my rehab. Then blah blah blah. But at least they have a capable defense. Like, I mean, that's the only thing between either of these teams that stands out at all.
All right. Well, we go from that to a AFC South battle here. Jacksonville going into Tennessee. Tennessee entering the game as a 8.5-point favorite. Justin, what do you think of this one?
Yeah, this is again, not the easiest game to pick. I mean, you got two powerhouse teams that are on the uptick, just running into each other right now.
It was bound to happen.
You know what? Give me Jacksonville to cover. That 8.5 is a little too large for me. Give me Jacksonville to cover.
No.
Only because I recently laid my eyes on a handsome Tebow Jaguars jersey within the last week. So
yeah, well, that's when everything started to go wrong for them when they blocked
if only that jersey was on the sideline.
That fool could hold a clipboard like you would not believe. And mentoring the youth. You know, they got a lot of young guys out there, a lot of draft picks recently. No, Tennessee will cover the 8.5. Jacksonville sucks so hard, dude.
No, I'm just gonna put it like this. I don't know if you guys caught wind of it, but Trevor Lawrence was very outspoken this week about why the fuck James Robinson isn't getting more carries. Obviously, it's due to Urban Meyer's The Ohio State University love for the ageless Carlos Hyde. But yeah, I really do. And I think that if they can just give Robinson some carries. Tennessee's not a world beater, man. Like, Tannehill is not a good quarterback. They don't have Derrick Henry. I really feel like Jacksonville can keep this one close enough. In division games, you never effing know, dude.
Yes, that's true. But Jacksonville games, I usually know. That's what I'm saying. They suck ass.
Touche.
Yeah, like those are great points to bring up. Like, yes, Tennessee, all of their stud players are hurt, although Julio might be back this week, sure. Tannehill sucks. Their defense sucks. Even all that said, Jackson is so bad. I got to go Tennessee with the points. They will cover it.
That's all you need.
And they got bravery.
Right on. You both are taking an L on that one.
All right, we'll see.
Yeah, certainly speak. All right, Ronnie, want to bring up the next slate of games here, and I think we can defer to Justin on the first game up here.
Yeah, let's flip it over here. Boom. Guaranteed win by Mike Mack. So, Justin,
yeah, man. Hey, I told you guys Wednesday, man. Dak Prescott has never beaten football team. He's 7-1 against the Redskins in his career, but he's never beaten football team. That being said, Dallas 42-12.
Nah, dude, Heineke don't like that.
I don't give a shit what Heineke likes. All right, 52 and rainy. A lot of Zeke, a lot of Pollard. I don't give a fuck about that Washington front. And honestly, full disclosure, I might be completely wrong on this. This is actually, this will be the first time. Oh, no, second. Take that back. Last week was the first. Second time that Dallas will have their full complement of healthy wide receivers. They will have Dak. Randy Gregory looks to be playing as well. So you throw Randy Gregory in the mix with DeMarcus Lawrence, who returned last Thursday, and the all-around weapon that is Micah Parsons. Give me Dallas to roll in this one heavy.
All right, first of all, no. Heineken Light beat the Raiders, who beat Dallas. Give me Washington plus 4.5. That's it.
Yeah.
I feel like this is just fucking. I feel like you made this pick as soon as I picked the Chiefs to cover, but that's fine, you know.
I was about to ask, you want to go back and change your picks in that game, but then I realized you already picked the Chiefs to cover, so it doesn't matter.
We assaulted Heineken Light with violent aggression. That fool kept coming back for more. Dude.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a problem. He's gonna. I didn't say they're gonna win. Just give me the 4.5.
I mean, you guys did beat us, but
that's right.
I mean, the Giants also beat you, and we beat the shit out of the Giants. So
what about the second time? You don't know. Now they're rallying.
We haven't played them yet. We haven't played them a second time yet.
No, that's what I'm saying. When that comes around, they might kick the dog shit out of you. So
they won't, but okay.
Just let Glennon get back there. When he's back healthy, it's over, dude.
I thought it was Jake Fromm week.
Yeah, I know it is this week. But I'm saying, when they play you guys, Glennon's going to be back there slanging.
On this one, it looks like I'm splitting the difference here. I am, the last few weeks, I really liked how Washington's looked. They've been doing really good, especially against Vegas.
It's all
but
right.
I think that.
It's right.
But
here.
I think that comes to an end. Dallas and the points.
No, dude. No. Ron Rivera's got to coach up.
No, McCarthy made a guarantee, dude. Every watermelon in the state of Texas is getting smashed between now and 10 a.m. on Sunday.
Sure as hell he doesn't know how guarantees work. Like, that just let me further note that Washington was going to cover that 4.5. Fool's a clown.
You're a clown, you son of a bitch.
So maybe I am. I do have confetti guns. Who else owns those but clowns?
It's true. All right.
Andy Reid's hanging 75 on you bitches.
Maybe.
Could be. Could happen. All right, next game. We have looking for a winning streak here, boys.
The resurgent. The in the hunt.
Detroit going into Denver. Denver is currently a 10-point favorite at home. Look, all year I've been picking Detroit. Like they've covered more often than not. Denver's a hard, weird place to play in. I'm still taking Detroit. Detroit plus 10.
Same. They're on a hot streak. They're as hot as they're ever going to be right now.
Make that a sexy three-way because I'm right there with you. I told you guys. I picked against them last week so they could get that one in the win column, and now I'm back on the train.
Hey, welcome aboard.
Dude, I probably should just hedge it and say Denver money line, but no, I'm riding with my boys. Detroit covers.
That wouldn't shock me if you made that pick, you being a Shanahan disciple and whatnot.
Boys, can you imagine, dude, if one of the Shanahan boys ever got to coach the Steelers? I'd be like, that'd be my dream come true.
Ron would he'd be in heaven. He'd be in heaven.
Dream team meets the supreme team.
And then they'd trade and bring in Derek Carr to be the heir apparent to Ben Roethlisberger. It'd be so perfect for you.
That's when I was out, dude. Nah.
All right. Next game. Giants going into LA to take on my Chargers. Chargers as a 10-point favorite. I almost never trust the Chargers to cover. I do trust them to win because the Giants are bad. I will say Saquon Barkley is playing in the game, which does concern me because the Chargers
for like 5 minutes, probably.
Yeah, but in those 5 minutes, he'll have 138 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Oh, dude, they figured out rush defense. You saw what they did to the Bengals?
Should be noted, Keenan Allen not playing. Mike Williams still hope that he will be able to play.
Even that said, I will take the Chargers, but I'm taking the Chargers money line. I don't like the 10 points. I never like the Chargers with 10 points, but I do like them to win the game. Chargers money line for me.
Yeah, I'll echo that. Give me Chargers money line, and just know that I've been doing my part in the greater LA area. Every Giants fan I see is getting the bird all week.
Both of them? Damn. All right. Well, Chargers will cover. That's what I'm saying. Covering the 10.
Whew, yeah, more faith in them than I do.
Right here. Right here. I got that Heineke heart.
This man was good. This man was about to pick the Broncos. Just pick the Chargers. Like, you are a fucking Steelers fan, dude.
Wow.
You don't know my life, dude. All right, whatever.
Wow.
Don't judge.
All right, next we got San Francisco going into Cincinnati. San Francisco as the home favorite. San Francisco favored by 1.5. Let's start, Ron. What are your feelings about that?
Yeah, go ahead, Ronnie. Pick your boy Kyle Shanahan to win this one.
No, I will not.
Against your Steelers division rival. Do it.
Yeah, Cincinnati needs to get right. Mixon is back. It's a wrap. Cincinnati. All the way. All the way.
You taking the money line or you taking them plus 1.5?
They're underdogs. Oh,
They're underdogs.
Give me the plus 1.5 then. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna echo that.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Give me
right.
Cincinnati. Smoking
Do what I
Joe and
say 'cause
Smoking
I said
Joe.
it.
Smoking Joe and Smoking Joe.
Yeah, that makes 3 for 3. I like Cincinnati this one, but since they're the dogs, go ahead and I'll take the points anyways. So yeah, Cincinnati 1.5 plus 1.5 for all three of us here. Next one could be intriguing, could not be intriguing. I think I already know Justice's pick just from what he said in the past on the show. But Buffalo going into Tampa Bay 3.5 point favorites. Justin, lead us off.
Justin.
Tampa.
right.
Give me fucking Tampa. It's the latter half of the season. This is what
What a build up for just saying Tampa, dude.
this is what Tom Brady does. See that TB right there? That stands for Tom Brady. He's 9-3 this year, and he's
Tampa
not going
Bay.
to drop another game. Buffalo, I don't know what's going on with Buffalo. There seems to be a lot of issues. They cannot play defense whatsoever,
Especially
and
against the run.
they can't seem to put together any consistency on offense either. And I feel like Tampa Bay has a young secondary, but they have a very stout front. Vea is a game changer. Buffalo will not be able to run the ball whatsoever, and that's going to force them to just force feed Stephon Diggs, which is going to play right into Tampa's defense. So give me Tampa to win and cover.
I'm right there with you. I think Buffalo, like, just being in that winning season of, like, okay, everyone's on the Tom Brady train, right? Like, Tom's doing the same thing. Like, this is when we flip the switch. This is when we go. Like, even he will be like, yes, we can hand the ball off like 80 times. I don't care. Like, these fools can't stop it. Like, it's not, for him, it's not really like I got to throw it like 50 times, like Big Ben or whatever.
Yeah, big playoff, big Lombardi Lenny week. Big Lombardi Lenny week.
Yeah, that's 3 for 3. I definitely like Tampa with that 3.5. I only say that because, Justin has said on the show, I think it was as of a couple weeks ago, he will no longer pick Buffalo because they simply just would not cover any
They're
game.
erratic. I mean,
But
No, they're my Lions right now. They're my Lions this week. Prove me wrong, you fuckers.
win one week, I'll ride with you until you lose, and then I'm out.
I don't care how many dildos you throw in the end zone or fans you
dildos.
bust through a table.
Hey, dildos.
Bildos.
Yeah. Prove me wrong, Buffalo.
So
Now,
yeah, once again,
also, I just, for some reason, like, all their saltiness with the, for like 3 weeks in a row with the post game, like, where the players are like, did you really just ask me that right now? Like, yeah, you guys got fucked up. Like, it's our job to ask you, like, what went wrong. Like, and they're all just like, we know we're good. Whatever. Like, well, you just keep losing, so whatever, dude. Just deal with it.
Hey, how petty would it be of GOAT Tom Brady to only attempt 3 passes the entire game and get the W?
he's
he
going to do
said-
it too.
2. I can do it with
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
And send it to a postcard to the old man. You look. That's right.
You watch this.
No snow. I only threw it 2 times, and we beat their ass.
Do we need to spend any more than 60 seconds on the Sunday night game? He owns Chicago. Again, I don't care if that's 82.5. The Bears are hot garbage. Give me the Packers to roll and cover.
Packers 12.5-point favorites. I agree. Against Chicago, I'm not doubting Rodgers. Green Bay will cover that. He absolutely owns them.
If I hadn't been burned once or twice already, because Chicago always gets these stupid spreads, but it's almost like, hey, Arkansas Slim, FanDuel, all these guys, they know what they're doing. Go figure. I would say maybe they could cover, like, because it's just so huge, but no. Chicago sucks. Nagy sucks. I guess Fields is going to be back, but he's probably going to make a bunch of dumb mistakes. And then, yeah, Rodgers is going to try to stunt. It's on Sunday night. They're going to ball out at Lambeau. They're going to cover that. Packers are going to win easily, going away.
And then just for fun, we don't have it up here, but Monday night game, Rams at Arizona. Arizona 2.5-point favorites. You guys can tell us that one. I like Arizona. They're just rolling. They've got Kyler back. They've got Hopkins back. Rams looked good last week, but Arizona's looked good all season. Give me the Cardinals to cover.
I want to hear Stafford apologists take.
I disagree.
Dustin on this.
Give me the Ramalama Ding Dongs. They found what looks to be a what looks to be a running game last week. Sonny Michel, I think he had like $140. I'm still, look, I know Arizona. The record is what it is. I'm still not impressed by Arizona, and they have a huge loss coming in Week 16. So this is just going to be a precursor. Give me the Rams.
That just means they got to get these wins now if they're going to lose later.
No, because if they get too many wins now, Week 16 won't even mean anything. So I need them to lose this so their division remains competitive, so Arizona Cardinals fans have zero excuses when we beat them by 40 in Week 16.
Well, they're probably trying to get out in front of that now and build up some momentum so they can afford to take that loss. Inevitable. I'm going Cardinals, but it is going to be the super, like, I don't know, ginger, faux hawk, douche beard between McVay and Cliff. We love Cliff. Hey, y'all, we love Cliff. But no, Cardinals, big-time statement game for them, national TV. And a lot of people wondering, like, are they for real, especially people that don't always see them. I think they'll show out. And the Rams, they got to win, like, 3 in a row or something just to, like, really – like, I know the team is that good, but it still hasn't taken off like I thought it would.
Not quite.
Not – just never curled all the way.
You know
and
what?
it still could.
The thing that jumps out at me the most is the Arizona loss to Green Bay when they had no Devontae, no MVS. I mean, that was a terrible performance. And I really do feel like the Rams can put up a similar performance against that Cardinals offense. They have the horses on defense to do it. They've underperformed the entire year when you look at the names that are on that defense. But I just really feel like this is going to be the week where they get it all put together. The run game comes together, the defense comes around, and they man the fuck up. And you know what? As long as they have the lead at halftime, they'll put up that stupid graphic about Sean McVay's record when leading at halftime, and it's a done deal.
He leads the league in graphics about how many times when he's leading at halftime, for sure. Hate that.
To your credit, Justin, this is almost like if the Rams want any shot at winning the division, this is kind of a must-win game. If they lose this one, they'll put them 2 games, maybe 3 games behind Arizona, like almost impossible to come back.
I believe that would put them 3 games back while losing both head-to-head matchups. So essentially 4 games back.
Yeah. So if they want that division, if they want the division crown, this is a must-win for them. But yeah, I don't think they can do it. I think Arizona wins and covers. Ron, you said Arizona's going to win? Did you say they're going to cover the 2.5 as well?
Yeah. I mean, it's not really worth doing a money line for 2.5. So yeah, they're going to cover that. Arizona's going to win.
All right, there is all the picks. Did we have anything else left on the docket, or was that everything?
Nothing but 13-4, my man. Nothing but 13-4.
See you Monday wearing this.
13-4.
You won't be wearing this. You need to make a lukewarm, mild chain that you can just never take off.
I am consistent.
Your 500 chain.
He's
Like,
on
you
the
don't
fence
want to
chain.
ride the roller coaster of these other two guys. Just right here, steady.
I'm the roller coaster. Justin's like the week after week heater.
That's 2 weeks, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the week before these two though I was like 4-8. So.
So now my time to get that chain.
I mean, it is your turn.
You
If
gotta
you
be
want to.
70. You gotta be 75% to wear that chain though.
Well,
That's true. That's
good
true.
thing I would be fucking 85.
And listen, man, 2/3 of the people on this screen, we've accomplished that feat.
That's true.
Get on our level, pal. Get
Yeah,
on our
we-
level, Shanahan Steelers fan.
Justin and I can
Right
take
there.
or leave the chain at
I'm
this
on the
point.
cusp.
We've already experienced it.
We finished strong. That's where we're at. We're making a playoff push right now. It's winning time.
And to our millions and millions of viewers at home, I
Shout
know
out Matt.
I know you've grown accustomed to Fridays being consumed with our NFL picks. I just want to let you people know that next Friday is going to be a big USA soccer show.
Bet your ass. That's right. We'll follow that up Monday with a in-depth report.
Of anything that we can remember.
Yeah, you know.
All right. Well, I believe that is it then. Thank you all so much for tuning in, for the comments. Justin, thank you as always for jumping on the show. I think that's pretty much everything we got. Ron, unless you have anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
No. You guys have a great weekend. Tail me. Get my bets in because I'm going straight 85%.
He's going straight to the middle.
Man, I tried to tell them guys the show was over, and they was like, Justin, you was right.
No.
You're right.
Watch. When I tell you guys on Monday, you'll be like, damn, Ronnie, you was right.
You know what? We need to get Dickerson on here to get his picks because he's always right.
All right, if we just, proposition it as in, look, we will just say you're right about everything, dude. It's all right. Oh, come on. Yeah, just stepped off the golf course. Anyway, I was just telling my friend the other day.
Oh man, thank
Trying to
you.
get
so
at that
much.
full, get the winning Powerball numbers.
Right?
I mean, he knows
He'll
it.
tell you. He knows them.
He
He'll tell
can't
you.
just give that out though, because that would cause like chaos. That would mess up like world economies and stuff.
But once the numbers come out, he can tell you that he told somebody what the
That's
numbers
his
were.
cross
That-
to bear. He has to go
Yeah.
through knowing all the Powerball numbers that hit every time.
Yeah.
But he knows he's
Right.
sitting on that's like the launch codes. So he can't just like give it out to random homeless people and have them, buying up buildings and stuff.
You'd be like, hey man, what's the Powerball numbers? 2, 9, and 29. I told you.
Dang, you was right.
PD, you were right, man. You were right.
It's crazy. All right. Well, thank you guys. Have a good weekend. And we'll get back with you on Monday when I'm rocking the heater chain. Keep the fire.
Keep quiet.
At the buzzer,